So this book is called The Invisible Boy, and it's about a boy who a lot of times feels like he isn't noticed or like he's overlooked, and I'm sure we can all relate to that at some point in our lives. So, without further ado, here is The Invisible Boy. Can you see Brian, the invisible boy? Even Mrs. Carlotti has trouble noticing him in her classroom. She's too busy dealing with Nathan and Sophie. So maybe because they're always screaming out, and so since he's well behaved and quiet, he doesn't feel like he's seen a lot. Nathan has problems with what Mrs. Carletti calls volume control. He uses his outside voice inside too much. Sophie whines and complains when she doesn't get her way. Nathan and Sophie take up a lot of space. Brian doesn't. When the bell rings for recess, Michael and JT take turns choosing kids for their kickball teams. The best players get picked first. Then the best friends of the best players. Then the friends of the best friends. Only Brian is left, still waiting and hoping. JT glances in Brian's direction and just as quickly looks away. We've got enough players for each team, he tells the others. Let's play ball. He's like, I guess I'll just walk away. In the cafeteria, Madison and her friends talk about her birthday party. The rope swing over the pool is awesome, says JT. Yeah, so was the water slide, adds Fiona. That was the best pool party ever. I'm so glad you guys had fun, says Madison. Everyone did, except Brian. He wasn't invited. So he just sits there and doesn't comment on the stories. At choosing time, while the other kids play board games and read, Brian sits at his table, doing what he loves to do best. He draws fire-breathing dragons, scaling tall buildings, greedy pirates digging for treasure, space aliens locked in intergalactic battles, and superheroes with the power to make friends wherever they go. Wonder if there's a reason he chose that superpower, make friends wherever they go. On Monday morning, Miss Carletti introduces Justin, a new student, to the class. Brian smiles shyly at him. Some of the other kids sneak looks at Justin, trying to figure out if he's cool enough to be their friend. They haven't quite made up their minds yet. He's looking and he's smiling. The other kids are kind of trying to figure him out. At lunch, Madison and JT watch Justin eat with chopsticks. What's that? Asks Madison as she points at Justin's food. It's bulgogi. Boo what? Bulgogi. It's Korean barbecue beef. My grandpa made it for me. It's really good. Do you want to try some? There's no way I'd eat bulgogi. And the kids laugh, all of them, that is, except Brian. He sits there wondering which is worse, being laughed at or feeling invisible. What do you think? No one noticing or people noticing and making fun? The next day, when Justin goes to his cubby to put away his backpack, he notices a piece of paper with his name on it. Justin, I thought the bulgogi looked good. Brian. Yum. Aww. At morning recess, Brian finds a piece of chalk on the ground and starts drawing away. You're Brian, right? Yeah. Thanks for the note. Hey, Justin, Emilio calls out from the tetherball court. You're up next. Sorry, I gotta go, says Justin. By the way, that's a really cool drawing, he adds before taking off. Even though it was quick, I'm sure that meant a lot to him. Back in class, Miss Carletti asked the kids to team up in twos or threes for a special project. Ooh, I bet he's nervous. The kids scurry around the room to pair off. Brian heads towards Justin. I'm already with Justin, says Emilio. Find someone else. Brian looks at the floor, wishing he could draw a hole right there to swallow him up. Mrs. Carletti said that we can have up to 3 people in our group. We're only 2. Come on, Emilio, let him work with us. Okay, I guess. Oh, do you notice something different? Starting to get a little bit of color. Miss Carletti gives the class directions for the project. Your assignment is to work together to write a story about what you see in that photograph. Use your imagination and have fun. Whoa, cool, says Emilio. What kind of people do you think would live in houses like that? I don't know, but I bet Brian could draw them to go with our story, says Justin. Brian smiles as he takes out his lucky pen. So here's the picture that they're writing about. Hopefully he can show his talents. The correct story we had to make up on the spot. And look at them all working together. And he's not that grayish color anymore. It's lunchtime again. Brian's least favorite part of the day. Another long 20 minutes of kids talking and laughing with everybody else but him. Brian, he hears someone shout out. Hey, Brian, over here. Brian turns and sees Justin waving him over. Emilio nods at Brian as he makes room for him at the table. Cookie? Thanks. Maybe, just maybe, Brian's not so invisible after all. I wonder if any of that would have happened if it weren't for the note he wrote. And here are all the kids. I wonder if they're on drawings that Brian drew. Well, I hope you enjoyed The Invisible Boy. It started out sad, but in the end, I feel like he found himself, and so that made me really happy. I think that, as I said at the beginning, we've all felt this way one time or another, like we are not noticed or everyone's talking to everybody except for us. And so this book does a really nice job of showing that you can make a difference just by reaching out and being kind, and those things can change. So that was The Invisible Boy.